I'm gonna go through this list about how you determine where you fall in this thing. Okay. We're going to talk about the factors that determine your league. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So we already talked about hypergamy. We talked about how women are looking for the top 1% of packages, right? Not only looks, but we're looking at socioeconomic level. We're looking at his personality. We're looking at his character. That's the top 1% of men. Top 1% of women is not only looks, but we're also talking about character. We're talking about integrity. We're talking about discipline. We're talking about, what was that last thing? A woman that inspires you, a woman that inspires you to do better. So we have two sides, right? We both know that everybody's going for the top 1%, right? And because of social media, it makes it seem like these options are way more accessible to us than they actually are, just because we can follow the account. But we are now going to break down the list to figure out what league you are in. All right, we're going to break down the list. Factors that affect your league. Determining what league you might be in comes to dating can be tricky, as is a concept often based on perceptions, societal standards, and self-confidence. Here are 10 ways to assess where you might stand. So here we go. Reason why we're even doing this, y'all, is because a lot of people, as we've stated before, don't know where they land. They don't know where they land. And here's the thing, I think men are more realistic about where they are. But men are ambitious. They gonna go after the creme de la creme. Right? Women are not as realistic. That's why I always say phone a friend. A friend that's gonna tell you the truth, not the friend that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. Okay? So here we go. Number 1, self-confidence and comfort level. That is the first way of assessing. This is the list that we found online, y'all. This is not my list, but this is the list. Self-confidence and comfort level. How comfortable are you in social settings? Self-assured individuals who know their word tend to draw people to them, making them seem higher league. If you're naturally comfortable being yourself and have a healthy self-esteem, you're already setting a solid foundation. I would agree with this. Somebody who seems more self-assured. I've met women, honestly, they may not be this stereotypical beautiful woman or women that you would catch your eye, but because they're swag, I mean, their energy is so confident, it makes them attractive. So I would agree with this. A self-confidence, and men, confidence is everything for y'all. Confidence is everything. I can smell when a man is not confident for it. I can smell that. I can feel it. I can smell it. I like I do enjoy super confident men, like truly confident. I think that that's incredibly attractive. And I think most women do too. Because if you don't believe in you, how am I going to believe in you? But self-assurance, self-confidence. Number 2, past dating patterns. Reflect on the type of people you've dated in the past. Now, y'all, I've actually saw a video on this one where it's like, okay, who have you dated? Who have you been with? Who do you communicate with? Like, who have you successfully been in a relationship with or close to being in a relationship with? This is how you determine what league you're in. Are you going after an individual now that you've never dated in the past? Are you setting your sights on something that you don't have real access to. It's only like I can follow them on social media and they might like my comment. Do you have access to, because Isaiah, I know you in the chat and you be saying your thing. I would agree with that. I think a lot of women, they say they want this guy, but this guy is not approaching them. This type of guy is not. That's the first step, ladies. What man is approaching you for real? What type of men are coming after you? You can't say I want Michael B. Jordan, or I'm trying to think of names, y'all, and I can't think of nothing right now. Desirable guy. Chris Brown, or y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't say I want these guys and these guys ain't coming for me. These guys ain't checking for me. They don't even see me. Okay, we can't be holding out for a man you don't have access to. And when I say access, I don't mean you go on they live when they on live. I mean they checking for you like you checking for them. When I say checking for you, checking for them, are they hitting the DMs? Not you hitting their DMs. Are they hitting your DMs? And if you are hitting their DMs, are they hitting you back? Okay, and is it going anywhere? The type of men that a lot of women are desiring, they're not realistic for you. Because you don't have they're not really pursuing you. They're not really attracted to you. So you can't be saying, I'm looking for this dude and I'm holding out for him, but you don't have access to him. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just trying to keep it real. Who are your exes? Who's coming after you? And guys can be like, oh, they're only here they're after sex and blah 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 blah. Okay, yes, but if a woman can get there, she can get anywhere. I'm not saying it could. I'm just saying when a man opens the door, this is why men have to be discerning as well. When a man opens the door for a woman to enter into his presence, to enter into his bedroom, to see him in an intimate space, he is opening the door for that spirit to not leave. Whether he wants to admit that or not, when you open the door in that way, you are opening the door to anything happening. I've met people that had absolutely no intentions of it turning into anything, and they end up married 30 years later. Anything can happen when you open up that door. It starts with, I'm attracted to you, and I may want to sleep with you. That's why I tell y'all, you got to be discerning. If you're going to let somebody in this arena, let's be clear. Is it somebody you okay with keeping in your arena? That's all I'm saying. So reflect on the types of people you've dated in the past. Were they typically outgoing, ambitious, or attractive? This may give you a sense of the types you are compatible with in the league you've connected with before. Okay? So that looking at your past can determine some things. That does not necessarily mean, y'all, you are stuck in that area, right? But I would argue that it can help you understand where you are, you know. That is, like, no one is just stuck where they've been, but it's a good indication of where you actually are. Number 3, how people respond to you. Pay attention to the kinds of responses you get on dating apps, I would say social media, and social settings. Are people actively interested, or do you notice they are more neutral? Positive responses can hint that you're appealing to a wide audience. How do people respond to you? Are they interested in you? They want to get to know you. I want to get to know you. I really want to, and I want some 11. Y'all know I'm a fool. I really want some from you. And I want some 11. Go Sam. Go Sam. Okay, anyway, besides the point. Back to what I was saying. What kind of attention do you get? Who's interested in you? Who's loving you? Charles Wilson says, and I thank you for the super chat. He said, I see you have truly awakened. Proud of you. I see your third eye is awakened and you're working towards, well, you're a chosen one for sure. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. I don't take myself too seriously, Lanai. You know, you know at this point. Go Sam. Go Sam. Go Sam. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Y'all, Lanai, if I could hit that note, I would totally do it right now. Who's loving you? I love that song. Anyway, so pay attention to the type of attention that you get. What do you get when you post on your social media? What do you get when you walk into a restaurant or a bar? Are they looking at you like, who is that? Who done walked up in here? Golly. When you walk up in church, are they saying, whoo, pastor? Who is that? Where did they come from? Where are you going, beloved? Sparkle says hello, y'all. But again, that's where we at. Like, we just got to be honest with ourselves. What kind of attention do you get? Number 4, physical appearance and style. Physical appearance can impact first impressions in dating. Regularly maintaining a style that suits you and making an effort with personal grooming can help determine the leagues that take notice. So, y'all, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't got style. Style's not my strong suit. Never has been, never will be. I've never been into style. I'm not into purses. I'm not into any of that type of stuff. It's just not my thing. Never has been. I'm very much, I like working out. I'll put money into that type of stuff, athleisure, but I'm not into style. So I've actually talked to people before and they'll be like, oh, I want a girl that's like fashionable. I'm like, you can dress me. You can dress me up like a Barbie doll, but I don't know how to dress like that. I'm just being honest. You can dress me up though, if you know. And people mostly be like, I can work with that. That's fine. I'm okay with dressing you up. I'm okay with putting you in some things I think you look good in. Some men they're okay with that. They're like, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. You don't like to shop like that? Cool, we good. That's not my thing. Never has been, never will be. I like certain things that I like, but I'm not really into that. So, physical appearance for me is where, I've always learned to take care of myself. That's something I tell women, if you're watching my channel, to stay on, put your foot on the gas pedal, do not stop. Okay. That is what keeps your market value up, is maintaining your physical appearance. I don't care what anybody says. If your body looks good, your face looks good, you take care of your hair, you take care of your nails, I feel like you will always, there's always a place for you in the market. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So that's how I look at it. Lanai was said, dress you up like a Barbie doll, huh, Sam? I'm serious, Lanai, and I've been in relationships. That's how they did me. They dressed me up like a Barbie doll. You know what I'm saying? They found, they're like, oh, I like you. I think you look good in that. I think you look, and I wear it. I'm okay with it. I know I ain't got no style. I'm not mad at it. I just gotta feel comfortable in it. But you know, that's just it. You know, I'm not, you know. I feel like you can look good in anything, y'all. I just don't feel like here's my thing. Here's my thing. I feel like if you really bad, if you really think you bad to the bone, you ain't got to spend $5,000 on an outfit. That's how I look at it. You can make Fashion Nova look good if you really bad. You can make a $75 dress look good if you really bad. You don't have to spend $20,000 on an entire ensemble if you really bad. That's how I see it. You know, so I don't look at it that way. What I focus on is maintaining being bad. What that mean? Sheen. Come on, Nate. Sheen. Exactly. If you really bad, you ain't got, look. If my body look good, it's gonna look good in everything. So I put my energy into making sure my body stay looking the way it needs to look. Make my hair look the way, you know, keep my hair together, you know, keep it looking right. And keep my skin together, my nails together, those types of things. That matters to me more. That's just me. But anyways, besides the point, that's my perspective. That's not everybody's perspective. It's not, and Frank said it best, it's not what's on you, it's what's in you. I believe that. I think it's like, okay, yeah, I could wear that. You want to dress me up in some, what, Louis Vuitton something or blah, 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 blah. I could wear that too. You know, I mean, I think, you know, that's just my personal perspective. That is not to insult anybody. Okay. That's into fashion. That's just not my thing. Never has been my thing. That's just not my thing. And, you know, but I can appreciate people that are really into it and do it, you know, on a high level. I know people now that they're serious and they're great at it, you know. Number 5 is conversation and charisma. Do people enjoy engaging in conversation with you? Charisma and wit can elevate your perceived league because people enjoy spending time with you. Yeah. Yeah, they're spending time with those who are engaging and interesting. Consider how your conversations flow well and leave a lasting impression. Are you somebody that people like to talk to? Do you have a good personality? Or are they like rushing to get off the phone with you? You know, like are a lot of people, they don't have conversational skills, especially today. They ain't got no conversational skills. What? I'm just being honest. Especially women, y'all. I ain't gonna say, and I know a lot of women that can, they great communicators, but a lot of women are very superficial. They don't really talk about nothing, you know, deep like that. I have met women that do, and I really do appreciate that. But a lot of women, I've talked to a lot of guys about this, very superficial. They're really not talking about nothing. Especially the prettier the women are, the more superficial it is. Typically. I'm not saying that's everybody, but typically. Number 6 is social circle and friendships. Your close social circle might give you insight to the people you are naturally compatible with. Now, y'all, I would say that, you know, your social circle is everything. And social circle is different because now we have social media, right? So your social circle might be who you're associated to on Instagram. You're following who you know through that particular thing. That's a huge thing now, because social media is everything now, right? So depending on your social circle there, like who are you connected to? Who do you know? Who knows you? Things like that. Very important. Social circle outside of social media, people that you're associated to and connected with. That who you have access to does determine who you end up dating. I'm just saying. If you don't have access to certain people, then you can't really consider them in the dating pool. Number 7 is career ambitions. Who are confident in their professional life and have clear goals tend to attract like-minded partners. So career and ambitions. I think today, y'all, and this is for the ladies, I think a lot of men are looking for women that are more ambitious. I don't think men are just looking for pretty. I think they are looking for women that want to do something with their lives. They have some type of goal. They're trying to do something. They're not just here. Like, what do you want to do with your life? Who do you want to be? What kind of impact do you want to stay making the world? You may not want to be a billionaire. You may not be a boss chick or whatever, like they say, but you might be somebody that's like, I have a goal, or I want to do something in the world. Like, I don't want to just be your person and that's all I'm known as. And that's all I do, is I just am here. I have nothing else I have going on. No, you want to be ambitious. What type of impact do you want to make on the world? Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family. Okay, join my family today.